Still. Hey guys, so let me start off by first explaining why I'm doing this. Yesterday, at least the day before I filmed this, a couple of friends of mine and I were just talking about food things. Don't ask me why, I don't remember. And one of them shouted, and I'm hoping I'm saying this right because I don't have internet here, so I can't look up how to pronounce it. Shawarmas. Me being the curious researcher type asked, what's that? They said they didn't know. It was some Indian food that they heard about on the Avengers. So again, me being the curious research type, actually looked up a recipe. And they seem to be an Indian version of a gyro, or a hero, whichever you prefer to call it. Anyway, I am going to attempt to make one, or make a couple I should say. And I'm going to taste them, see if they're any good. If they aren't good, I've got a debit card and a Chinese menu. Quick disclaimer, the recipe I found is probably the most Americanized version of it. One comment on it even said these are just like the ones I used to eat in the army, so good. So, it's very Americanized, I apologize. I'm actually currently in college and eating on a budget, so I just chose the one with the least amount of ingredients. Hope you guys don't mind. Okay, so starting off with the ingredients, we got some chicken here. It's been defrosting while I was in class. I had a bowl over it to keep anything from getting on it, including my cat. We've got some fat-free yogurt, no flavoring. Got some pita bread, which I cannot believe it uses pita bread, but every version of the recipe I found called for it, so guess we're using pita bread. Got some garlic, some butter, and some masala, which is a Indian spicing, or Indian spice. It's used in a lot of curries. I've used it a lot in curries, I should say. So yeah, like I said, very few ingredients, very good for a budget. Okay, so the first thing it's calling us to do is to mix together the yogurt and the garlic. So, we have, if I can get my yogurt thing open. There we go. So we need to mix together 1/2 cup of yogurt, that in. If it says a clove of garlic, that is roughly 1/2 tablespoon from my experience. That's about right. And you can of course add a little bit more, a little bit less to taste. I'm just going with the recipe at this point. Although I won't be in a second because this is where I'm going to add my signature ingredients. I always like to add a little bit of defrosted frozen spinach, because it doesn't affect the taste very much and it makes it a little bit healthier. Now, you don't have to do this. In fact, the actual recipe calls for putting in some pickles. I don't like pickles though, so really it all depends on how you like to cook. And the good thing about this recipe is that it is pretty easy to work with if you want to. That's good. Alright, we are going to stir that up. There, that looks like a nice filling for our chicken. Pita shawarma. And Stella's already asking for samples, but I don't think she's going to like this very much. get that nice and melted. Now the butter's all melted, we're going to add in the chicken. This is very messy, so make sure to wash your hands once you're finished with this. These are chicken thighs, by the way, but you can use breast. So yeah, we're going to cook those until they're cooked on the outside, but not on the inside yet. Alright, so I apparently wasn't recording when I thought I was, but I put the chicken in here, and I cut it up once it was white on the outside, but not cooked in the middle yet. And after I cut it up, I added the masala. So right now we're just waiting for that all to cook. Now masala is I'm not sure if I got this, so I'll say it again. If not, I'll edit this out. Masala is spicy. That's part of the thing about being Indian. It's spicy. The yogurt will help. So yogurt makes it less spicy. Masala makes it more spicy, so that'll help you figure out which will work with your taste. So you've got food there. You don't need people food. Yeah, same to you. Okay. So here we've got 2 pitas torn in half, so we're going to make 4 half pitas. So while the chicken finishes cooking, we are going to scoop in our yogurt mixture. Like that. You can spread it on one side or both sides. I'm just going to do one side because, yeah. So you can tell pita bread does tear fairly easily, so be a little careful. Alright, last thing we're going to do is we are going to put the chicken in our pita. I'm using a slotted spoon because there is a lot of juice that you may or may not want in the pita. You can see some of my pitas broke, so you want to be extra careful with those not to spill, like I just did. The garam masala and the chicken juice is good. It is spicy though, like I just said. Excuse me. Alright, so now we've made our shawarmas, and I get the pleasure of getting to try one. Let's see how this is. I can promise you this now, you cannot get this in a normal college cafeteria. Oh, camera, stay put. Sorry, I'm trying to wedge something under the camera so it'll stay on my face. There we go. Alright, let's see how these are. These aren't bad. If I were going for something more Indian, I would have used naan bread probably. But these aren't bad. There you go. Shawarmas, or, like I said, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Alright. I'll have 2 for dinner, and the other 2 will be for tomorrow. Later, mates.